Hello, hello, hello. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to the Friday night craft and chill stream. Emphasis on the chill. What do we got going on here? Make sure this thing is running correctly. Looks like it's doing okay. Stream is at... Yeah, we're in the green. Okay, so tonight I'm just going to be working on a couple of things. I'm going to probably do a base coat on this floor. And I guess we'll see where we go from there. Fat Red Foo, how are you doing, man? Oh yeah. I wasn't sure. How are those looking? Those emojis. I think that console I need to work on. Manny, what's up, Manny? How you doing, bro? Thanks for coming by. Axion Figs, Ed, nice to see you, man. Yeah, yesterday I made sure I did a couple of those emojis for channel members because I was almost going to be slacking on that again, but I last minute made a few of them. I might redo that console one. What's the middle one? The middle one is Picard drinking tea. Yeah, he's drinking tea, Earl Grey, hot. You look like Wilson from Castaway, looking good, bro. I need a haircut so bad, dude. I just kind of like stopped. Because, I mean, Manny knows, but my mom was actually giving me haircuts for a while. I used to have long hair for a long, long time. But she's been getting a little shaky, and I was being kind of cheap. I was like, sure, if she'll do them. She was kind of working out. It was okay, you know. But she was getting a little shaky, and she kind of lost her balance and, like, clawed me, and I thought I was going to catch a scissors in the neck, so I decided we probably weren't going to do that for a little while. Cut it on the stream. I'll tip $100 if you shave it all. Nah, man. I'm good. But if I do that, I will. I'll let you know if I decide to do that. I mean, that could be an interesting thing. Probably do a drive for the shave the beard. Okay, dark gray. Are we gonna go dark gray or are we gonna go light gray? I think I'm gonna go dark gray. Yeah, I'm gonna go dark gray. We could always lighten it up later. Life gets in the way sometimes. Indeed it does. Yeah, I had long hair for, I don't know, a long time. 12 years, 14 years. I mean, on and off more than that. So when you're painting something like this, there's kind of two ways you could go about it. Well, there's more than two, but there's two ways I go about it. One is you paint something very, very dark as the base coat, like a black, and then you can dry brush progressively lighter colors on there, or you start with a lighter color like this, and then you will darken it up by adding washes on top. And you can kind of layer those, you know, you could do both of them interchangeably in, like, you know, layers. Like you could do this, then a dry brush, then a wash, and then, you know, but yeah. A beard is a paintbrush. You know, maybe one day I will make a, if I ever really trim it, maybe I'll make a paintbrush from my beard. How about that? Aaron the Toy Enhancer, what's up, man? What's up? I want to use your beard as a paintbrush. Yes. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So Ed, you like the Bob Ross emoji, huh? Isn't it like 11 p.m. in Texas? It's 10:29 in Texas right now, Manny. Usually, I usually start around now, 10 o'clock to 10:30. Sometimes a little later, but right in there, and then go for a couple of hours. 2 to 3 hours usually, in that range. Briscoe, what's up, Briscoe? Dude, I've definitely used my paintbrush, my beard as an accidental paintbrush before. There's no doubt about that. Not so Super Mario. Welcome, man. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for coming by. Everyone, please remember to hit the like button. I mean, if you want to. But it does help. Or so they say. Anybody got any projects they're working on right now, today, or it's just a chill day? No, I would not sign up for that, dude. Probably not. You say no about everything, you know, but the world changes around you. You make judgments as you go. As far as I can tell right now, absolutely not. In the future, if you can't even, like, use money without having one, I don't know. You know? If you would have asked me 20 years ago, would I agree to having a device in my pocket that tracks my every movement that the government could look at if they really want to, I would say, oh, are you kidding me? Absolutely not. Now everyone has one, so... Aaron Toy Enhancer trying to finish up a 112 custom scale vehicle. Okay, very cool. Which one was that? I think you mentioned it before, Aaron, but I don't remember. Finding time is an issue right now, but it helps me fine-tune my ideas. Yeah, man. Oh, Big Brother's watching everything. So Ed or Fat Red, can you guys tell what that console emoji is? Can you make that out, or is that too hard to look at? And I'm probably gonna do something with Picard. I just did that really quick. I might take him and like cut him out and put him on a higher contrast background so you can tell who he is a little better. What's up? What's up, Thor? Had a ball at an awesome Comic-Con in DC, picked up some cool stuff, and now I am tired and sleepy. Awesome way to spend my birthday. Oh yeah, happy birthday. That's crazy that it's your birthday today. Awesome. And you went to a Comic-Con. That's nice, man. I knew what it was. Okay. Yeah, it's hard to see the console. I need to take a picture that's like specifically for that, and I didn't really do that. I just kind of like grabbed one I had. If I did it on a cleaner background, it would be a lot better. Thank you, Manny. Please send a super chat for my birthday present if you want to. But I'm actually 53 this year. Sounds like a great day. Yeah, that does sound pretty cool. Statically animated. How you doing? Thank you for coming by. That was sarcasm, Fat Red Foo. Sounds like a great birthday. Yes, indeed. I'm here for Random Vision. Cobb. What's up, Cobb? No sound. Really? Looks like the sound's coming through. Hello, hello. Did the sound go out for a minute, guys, or? Okay. Choppy sound? Maybe I'll close Photoshop. You know what I didn't do, and it definitely helped the last couple of times, is restart my laptop before the stream. Because I just leave the stupid thing on for weeks at a time. It does go into sleep and all that, but it seems to perform a little better if I let it rest or, just let it reboot. Joe Pesci. The Two Utes. Sounds perfect, no issues. All right, man. Who knows? Who knows with the internet? Lawrence is definitely Joe Pesci. Piece of fun. Had to pop out and pop back in. All right. Yeah, who the heck knows with that stuff? Ed says, my job is great, but it's getting in the way of being a kid. Yeah, well, Ed, you were spending quite a bit of time on streams and stuff, and you still do. It's okay. It's okay to put a little IRL in the mix. It's probably better for you to be up and about than sitting in the chair all the time anyway. Alright, I guess we'll let that dry. Using a cutoff, yeah, just it's not gonna work anyway. I'm still gonna get it all over my hands, but it'll help a little bit. You got to get a stand desk. It's life changing. Yeah, I've been thinking about grabbing one of those. I might. My space is limited, as you know, so I got to get rid of stuff in order to get new stuff. I'm working on the living room right now more than in here, because in here is not too bad. But yeah, I have a kneeling chair, Manny. It's like I had a company send me one of those to do an Amazon video for like a year and a half ago. And that thing is freaking cool. Like, I don't know if you ever seen one of those, but you're like, it's almost like Japanese style, but not quite. You know, you're just kneeling. There's no back or anything. I can't stay in it forever, but it feels pretty nice for about, 30 minutes to an hour. You don't need a better fridge, yeah. That's cool. I'll put that on my list. Yeah, spare foam. I wash my hands like 10 times a day statically. Don't worry about it. Right now I'm on the stream, so I try to avoid getting it on my laptop. In the print shop, we have various artists who are having their work printed, and seeing the creativity keeps the juices flowing. Yes, indeed. The kneeling chairs were in the 80s, were they? I don't remember them. Maybe that was a California thing. Okay. Set that over there to dry for a little bit. Yoo-hoo! Man, I pretty much don't drink anything with sugar in it, unless it's honey. I put honey in my tea. Yeah, it's one for your butt, one for your knees. Exactly, Fat Red. That is what it is. Give me a second here. Should I add the link? Rolando Flores, how you doing, man? And also, your mother is so fat. How are you doing, man? How are you doing? She's been losing weight lately too, so that's good. Okay, let me go ahead and add this stupid link. Oh, here's a random thing. I've been going through and trying to do a little bit of fantasy reading. I decided I was going to start doing that at night instead of spending time on my phone or social media or anything like that. I'm cutting that off, except on Friday night, obviously. A couple of hours before I go to bed, and I'm trying to do no computer screen. So this is a very, very old... Well, it's not very, very old, but it's from the 90s, I think. I read it when I was a teenager. Not a very good fantasy book, honestly, but yeah. One of those ones I got from, like those book clubs. It was like the CD clubs where you can get like 10 books for, I don't know, a payment plan that you almost never paid for. I can't remember if I did or not. So trying to get back into reading and lengthen out my attention span a bit more again. I've seen you on IG. Yeah, I'm on IG. I am on IG, but I'm trying to cut it down. I'm at least having time block periods now where I'm not on there and I'm cutting it off and I'm saying no, I'm done. Before I would just kind of fall asleep with the thing in my face, and it's no good, man. It's no good. I need to cut that out. It needs to be treated. And I mean, like, obviously I talk to people and I have people that I consider friends, internet friends, but still friends on there. But it needs to not be all day long, all the time, that constant communication. And especially the scrolling with Instagram or TikTok, YouTube to a certain extent. But you get like, your attention span gets shorter and shorter, and it becomes hard to even read a book, where I used to just read like all the time. So I'm trying to just, balance it out a little bit. Nah, you're cool, man. You're cool. Okay, so we're probably gonna paint a couple of these barrels I got here. Maybe this chest, and I'm gonna work on this crate. Not sure what we're gonna do, what colors we're gonna do for that. Might get a little funky. Doom scrolling. Oh yeah. Yeah, no doubt. That doom scroll will get you. And you just start and you're like, you might be looking at something or looking for something, and then 15, 20 minutes later, you're like, why am I even doing this? I don't even enjoy what I'm doing. I could be doing something else. And you're about to put it down, and then you all of a sudden you see like a chicken getting shot out of a cannon or something. You're like, oh, wow, gotta watch that. Yeah. Action required. Damn it, YouTube. What do you need from me now? Alright, I'm not going to mess with that right now. Actually, that's what I was doing. Right there is the link for anyone on a mobile phone. If they want to go ahead and sign up to be a channel member, I would appreciate it. Pinned at the top. Sweet. Now back to randomness. Hold on. Statically animated. I just finished Dragonlance, the Annotated Chronicles. Used to read way more fantasy novels than I do now. Recently got back into some comics. G.I. Joe, Transformers, Energon Universe, and the new Conan. See, all that sounds cool. I would read any of those comics. G.I. Joe's okay, but I'm probably all the other stuff. I'm a bit more on the fantasy. Transformers. Conan sounds really, really cool. I'd give G.I. Joe a shot, though. I actually, statically, I just ordered the other day, and it should be coming tomorrow, the first book in the Icewind Dale trilogy. I never read any of the R.A. Salvatore stuff, although everyone, I know who, I'm going to say it wrong, the Dritz is with like the, Twinkle and Icing Death, his swords. It's just a character that was everywhere. So I'm going to read, it's the Crystal Shard, the first book in the Icewind Dale trilogy. I'm going to read those three, and then I'm probably going to read, if I like them, which I'm sure I will, the Dark Elf trilogy after that. I do think some comics would be good too, because they're just much lighter reading, right? I mean, you can get through a comic, you could read like 4 or 5 comics in a night, easy, as opposed to it taking quite a few nights to read a book if you're just reading for an hour or so. Alrighty. What kind of brown do we want for this? I don't know. Let's see what this looks like. I've read nearly every Dragonlance book that was published, yeah. In for a treat. I've read the first 6 or 9 Dritz books. Okay, yeah, I think it's going to be good. I haven't read it, like I said. I started rereading and re-listening to The Wheel of Time, and I got up to book 3. But I was just realizing, like, my attention span isn't great enough yet to just read those books quickly. So I started reading some shorter books. I read like a Michael Moorcock, a really short book. And even this Lords of the Sky, that's like 600 pages. It's going to take... I mean, I'm used to being able to read that in a day or two. And now it's like, maybe like a week or two. Whatever. We'll be all right. Mona Lisa Overdrive, what a name. Anybody ever read any Dragon Riders of Pern? I can't remember which ones, but I read a couple of books because I remember the concept of it, but I don't remember which books I read. Reading anything nowadays is better than screen time, even if it's slow. Yeah, exactly, Ed. And it's like, even fantasy books that's, I mean, any reading is good, but even fantasy books that are like, it's entertainment. Pure entertainment is still just, I think, way better than the screen time. We spend too much screen time. Better for your brain. Random, I read a few Elric books way back when. I did pick up an Elric graphic novel the other day. Yeah, I've read all the Elric books, and I still have them, but they're tattered. They're the little silver ones, because I've read them so many times. I haven't read them probably in way more than a decade, but I do want to go through them again. And there's some other books too, like I haven't read all like the Internal Champion and all that, but I read Von Beck. And he's got a bunch of books, and his stuff is just, crazy, but very, very influential in a lot of stuff as well. You read one of the Pern novels? Yeah, Fat Red hasn't. They're good. It's an interesting world. It's science fiction and fantasy, because it is sci-fi. They're on another world kind of thing. but they need the dragons to stop this. It's basically space. I don't know if this is a spoiler or not, because the general concept, but there's basically space spores, fungus in space that passes through the atmosphere and like ignites and catches on fire or something and like destroys everything it hits on the ground. So they got to go up in the dragons and like burn that crap before it has a chance to destroy any of their villages or structures. So they're always like, you know, the dragon riders are Pern, they're always defending stuff. Yeah, people don't talk about Pern that much, but that was huge back in the day. Frizzy Duerden. No, you're cool, man, Faulty. Dritz. Frizzy sounds funny, though. Too much paint. Yeah, Frizzy is the other guy. That's what they call Dritz on those really humid days. You know, he's got all that white hair. He's running around in caves all the time. I'm sure he gets some frizzy going. Oh, another book I ordered, because I got two. I bought that Shattered Crystal Shard. I don't know what the name is. I think it's Crystal Shard. I don't know. But the first Icewind Dale book, and the other one I got was the first Wizard of Earthsea book. And they had some nice sets, and I thought about getting the whole set, but I found it on eBay, the little purple book. I think it was the first... Not the first edition, but it's the first style that it was printed in, I think. And that's the one I read. I remember sitting in the public library, and I was supposed to be studying, and I went to the fantasy section, and I found this book probably when I was like, I don't know, 12 or 13. And, yeah, The Wizard of Earthsea, and I just sat there in this chair in the corner, and I think I read it all in one day. It might have been 2 days. It might have been 2 study days. Peeps, yeah, I'm not a big Peeps person. I used to like Peeps, but I don't eat them anymore. They were alright. Before I had too many cavities. Diabetes. Maybe I'll be extra and just paint the bands black on this. I usually don't, but I'm feeling like it. It's still wet? Yeah, that's still wet, so we need some dry time anyway. Cadbury eggs. All right. Yeah, statically, I saw that. They got some really weird flavors. I can't even remember, but I want to say I saw like some kind of like hot Fritos or Takis flavor or something. I was like, what the heck? Something weird. Michael Dumas, how you doing? And Eduardo, what's up, Eduardo? Yeah, spell check actually did something funny. Dr. Pepper rules. Dr. Pepper Peeps. Oh, I must have missed that, Ed. I thought you said you got Peeps and you got Dr. Pepper. I didn't realize you said you got Dr. Pepper Peeps. There it is. Yeah, I bought some Dr. Pepper Peeps. Oh, that might be alright. I think maybe cream soda Peeps might not be too bad. I haven't had a cream soda in, I don't even know. He's gonna be Frizzy Durden. Or Frizzy Durden, you know, put the apostrophe in there. Cream soda last week. Yeah, I just don't drink soda anymore with sugar in it. And that's the other thing, you know, when you stop drinking soda with sugar in it and you go back to it, it doesn't taste the way you remember. It tastes way sweeter. It's like a oversweet taste until you're used to it again. What the heck is DS7S? DS7S. Oh, Down South 7. There we go. That's what DS7S is. What's up, Down South 7? How you doing? What's up, everyone? Me! I get it now. It took me a minute. I'm a little slow. I get streamer brain a lot. I'll use that excuse, even though it's probably happens when I'm not streaming, too. 1 soda a week on pizza night. Yeah, Axion, see, that's cool. That's totally cool, moderating it like that. I suck at moderation. Trying to finish this dio thingy for picks. But I'm not talented, so it takes me a lot longer. It takes everyone time, man. The more you do it, the quicker you get at everything. Gotta get some rest. Man, no worries. No worries. Yeah, we'll see you next week, man. Feel free to leave a comment when I post the video. Have a good night. Yeah, what are you building down south? Cobra Deathmatch Cage. Okay. That sounds cool. Used to be 340, now I'm 205. Yeah. Well, that's a major improvement, that's for sure. I've never been overweight, but I definitely had some moderation problems with drinking when I was younger. I never even thought about moderating. You know, I used to think, well, if I had 1 beer, then that means I should just drink like 3 or so really fast and then just maintain the buzz indefinitely, right? Like, so if I start drinking at 7 in the morning, you know, I'd still be going at like 2 in the morning. 30-something beers later or whatever. Oh, these are 3D prints. These are 3D prints, man. Yeah. They're not even, it's not my design. These are from Thingiverse. They were like really small for Dungeons and Dragons pieces, and I just scaled them up and painted them. $215. You're 155. Yeah, we're about the same weight, Fat Red. I'm like 153, 152. But that's the heaviest I've ever been. I was like 135 to 140 for most of my adult life. But then I got kind of sick. And after I got healthy again, my body was like, "Yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and put you at They're like, yeah, you're over 40 now. We're gonna go ahead and throw you in around 150. We think that 135 might have been a little bit too light for you." I got down to like 121 or something when I was like sick, really sick, and that was like, I'm 5'10", so 121 at 5'10" is like, you're just bones, dude. Bones and organs. I was 1/10, but then I went to first grade, gained more weight. Yeah. No, I don't even know what I weighed in first grade, man. It's good and it's bad, you know? It's good and it's bad. It was nice because my size didn't change my whole adult life. From the time I was like 21 till the time I was like 40, I was the same weight, same size. So that was good. $5.8, been like 140 for the past 30 years. Yeah, it's good and it's bad, you know. I mean, we all are what we are. You only control things you can control. Like when you notice you're having a behavior you need to modify. Like obviously Ed decided to take that into his own hands, and I'm sure is way healthier for what he did. Yeah, man, look, I think anyone on here has some of that slouching going on. The computer, man. Too much time at the computer, video games. Slouch is brutal. I think I'll throw a little burnt umber on here real quick. Barrels with arms and legs are the shape of my people. Barrels with arms and legs, that's like kind of like how Eskimos are shaped too, dude. And that's like really, really good for cold weather. Like really good, which is funny because most Mexicans could like stand outside in the heat and it's like whatever. You know, it's wild. Like I'm in Texas and you'll see like these guys, they'll have like a flannel on and a jacket and, you know, the towel around their head. It'll be 112 degrees outside. They're just like mowing the lawn and totally good to go. And I'm like dying after being out there 10 minutes. I feel like I'm going to have a heat stroke. Heat didn't bother me when I was like in my 20s, but after that it was like, nah, dude. Nope. Done with that. Right on. Yeah, everybody's body type, and I don't just specifically mean racially, because that's, you know, is that a factor? Yeah, it is, but there's obviously differences. The variation from person to person is far greater, I think, than just the variation from your extended family. But all body types have different things. A little skinny guy can climb stuff way, way easier. Like, way easier. Especially if you get a young skinny guy that's like even just a little bit strong. He can just, climb up a tree or looks like it could scale a wall almost with almost no effort. I like the cold, man. I really like the cold. Axion, yeah, I had a Mexican girlfriend too. But like I said, in my 20s, I didn't care about the heat at all. I used to just sit outside and drink, go to the lake or whatever. It didn't even bug me. It wasn't until, and this is crazy, I quit drinking and I was like, all right, I'm going to go outside. I'm going to walk more and get in shape. And I almost had a heat stroke when I was 30. I think I kind of had a heat stroke, honestly, but I didn't go to the hospital. But it messed me up for years, and I've been sensitive to the heat ever since then. And I've had, I get heat exhaustion. I haven't had it in a few years of it doing better, but I can't just go out there and just do whatever like I used to. It just totally changed. Like, I used to sit out at the lake and drink beer and get suntan and whatever. It didn't matter if it was 100 degrees, whatever. But after that, nope. I'll get lightheaded and wobbly legged, and it'll mess me up for days if I let it go too far. Yeah, I think, it's crazy. The drinking, part of it also is I was always drinking cold beer, so I was always probably like super hydrated, even though they say alcohol dehydrates you. If you're drinking 20 beers, you got quite a bit of fluid going through you. And yeah, Ed, once you get it, dude, it does not freaking go away. It'll let up, but it takes years. It's not like, it's crazy. The doctor just acts like, oh yeah, that's it, you're good to go. And I'm like, dude, it is not good to go. It is just not the same. Something inside you gets busted. Can't do weather. Yeah, man. See, California, you're spoiled in California. The weather is very moderate, mild as far as temperature. Sometimes it gets hot. Some parts of California get really hot. Man, here last year, starting in like the end of May, and I think it started hitting 100 degrees at the end of May last year. And by the time we got to like early mid-June, it got over 100. Did not have maybe 1 or 2 days until freaking the end of August or early September. Every single day was 105, 104, 103, 110, 109. Every single day. And it doesn't let up. And like here in Texas, once it gets hot for the day, it just stays hot. The sun goes down, it'll be 11 o'clock at night, and it's still like 98 degrees outside. In New York, because I'm originally from New York, but I've been here since I was 18, so I've been here way longer. It just would be like, okay, it gets to 95 degrees or something in the summer. It gets hot. But then it gets the hottest it's going to be around 1 o'clock. And by the time you get to like 6 at night, maybe it'll be like 85 degrees, 80 degrees. And then by the time it's like 7 or 8, it'll be 70 degrees. You can go outside and walk. It's very nice and pleasant. That does not happen here at all. Like, not at all. You can go out at 1 o'clock in the morning. It could be 95 degrees here. It's ridiculous. Rain for 3 days, back to spring weather now. Yeah. Yeah, no, Texas is kind of wild with the weather. Sound old. Back in my day. Talking too much and I grabbed the wrong color brown. We hate Southern California. They're the ones that give California a bad rep. Yeah. Believe me, man, we got a lot of Californians here in Texas now. The last couple of years, it's just been like a lot of California license plates around here, man. But where I'm at in Dallas area, this place used to be so affordable. Like you used to, because I came from, like I said, New York. Stuff's crazy expensive in New York too. But I got here in 1997, and you used to be able to buy a house for like $90,000, $80,000. By the time I was like old enough to look around, like 2004, houses were usually like 120. And now everything in this area is like 400, 500. Like it just went crazy the last 10 years or so. And that's just from everyone from out of state moving in here. That and companies, big companies buying up residential properties. The ones that aren't in Texas are in Tennessee. I know, man. I know. Yeah, to Madre, I could see that for sure, man. People would be like, because you could get a big house, you get a lot of land in comparison to what you get in California. But the weather is wild. Like, yeah, you're not going outside in the middle of the summer. Like, there are just days, like, if you want to get something done, like, in the summertime, I get up at, like, 5 o'clock in the morning and try to get everything wrapped up by, like, 10 or 11 if I have to do anything outside, because I want to be done well before noon. And yeah, also, I mean, the tornadoes here are wild. You don't get earthquakes, but there are some tornadoes. I've never seen one, but they've been close to me. Definitely seen the damage. All right, black paint. Where's that black paint? Let me go grab that black from the other room. Okay. But you know what? Before I do this black paint, I'm going to go ahead and throw another coat of gray on that stone we were doing. People mowing their lawns at 9 p.m. Yeah, because, okay, so obviously, like I said, it doesn't get cool quick at night, but once the sun's off you, it does make a big difference. But I'm just saying, it is still pretty freaking hot. You don't get like a cool breeze that blows in at like 7 or 8 o'clock at night. That just doesn't happen here. To be fair, though, I mean, like I said, New York, I was never more than a few miles from the coast, so you always get, that makes the temperature lower rapidly at night. I see we got quite a few people in here now. Please, everyone, if you're in here and you're watching, hit the like button for me. If anyone's interested in becoming a channel member, please go ahead and do that. I appreciate that anytime that anyone joins. Even if you don't join, I appreciate everyone hanging out. Statically Animated said, if you even find a house under $200,000 around Chattanooga, Tennessee, we'll only have 2 bedrooms at the most. Yeah, look, man, you can't find anything like that in DFW anymore. Maybe in like the absolute worst neighborhoods. I'm on the north side of Dallas, and there is nothing. I mean, I'm in a town that was not super expensive or anything, you know, but 10 or 15 years ago in that time frame, and obviously the housing crisis was in that time frame too, so that dropped things a lot. But I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about before that or right around after that. 110, 120. During the housing crisis, you could see stuff here that was like 40 grand. I mean, there was crazy deals, but no one had any money. But now, I got little shoebox houses that are being built on this field. Every field that was around me that was open is now covered in houses. They've just bulldozed everything. I had a creek, and Ed will probably shed a tear for this. I had a creek across the way here, and there was like a hill. They freaking stuck the creek in a cement pipe, bulldozed the hill onto the creek, flattened it all out, and built a giant warehouse there. So like every field around here is now covered in that. Little condos that are like, you know, 2-story shoebox condos. They're probably, you know, they're probably pretty big inside. They might be 1,400 square feet or something. Maybe even 2,000. You know, it can be deceiving. Probably not 2,000. But they're 450 grand. The little zero lot line, no, you know, yard is probably like 10 foot by 10 foot on the back. It's crazy. Yeah, 500 a month. Look, I mean, like I said, where I grew up in Brooklyn now, the houses are like over $1 million in that area, and that's like, you know, used to be working class area. How the heck could you work a normal job and afford a house like that? Someone in your family has to die and leave it to you, or, you know, you have like 6 people living there earning income. Yeah, all the wildlife. You know, it was just a small part of creek that was exposed, but I had coyotes would come from the woods back that way because they would walk along a branch of the Trinity River, and they would come from that back part of the apartment complex where there's woods and it's backed up to like a park, and they'd walk through here, and I'd hear them at night sometime cackling, and they'd go down to the creek. But all that's done, you know. That's pretty much cut off now. There's no... They could still get there if they walk along the creek, but it's not like it used to be back there. There used to be lots of fields around the stream that came off the Trinity River. Now it's just, you know... Psh. Still see the odd coyote every once in a while. But, yeah, walking over there, I would see snakes, you know, is what it is. Armadillo. There used to be these big old freaking hawks that you would see circling around looking for field mice and stuff, rabbits. Pretty much gone. The crick. Yeah, my dad worked at a print shop with a high school diploma, bought a house, and supported a wife, 2 kids. How's that possible these days? It is not most places, like Fat Red Foo is saying. It is if you live in the middle of freaking nowhere. You know, if you go to like some small town, you know, like Paris, Texas or something like that, you could probably find a house for like $160. Even then, $160, I don't know. That might be kind of rough on one single salary, but yeah, it's becoming increasingly impossible, and for most places and most people, it is damn near impossible. You got to get a really good paying job, or you know what a lot of people are doing now that are not willing to just kind of just eke by as they're working 2 or 3 jobs. You see all these people having a normal job and then they do gig jobs. Uber Eats, or all that kind of stuff. Which sucks, you know. You basically spend all your time working for the man. From the movie, I don't know, man. There's just a smaller town named Paris, Texas. It's north east of here, kind of pointing not towards Oklahoma, not towards Louisiana. I guess it's like towards Arkansas. Yeah, statically animated. Well, that changed. That changed just, I think, just because of supply and demand. As you had more people enter into the workspace, you know, things just kind of tend to find a natural level. No, I haven't seen Identity. I've been to Paris, Texas, right on Axia. I mean, don't get me wrong, those small towns, they're cool. They're not bad, necessarily. Sometimes they could be a little weird, a little cliquish. You know, you kind of have to, like, kind of fit in. But, you know, if there's... The problem with a lot of that, living in the smaller areas, and I think I probably will eventually move somewhere a little further out, but is if you have someone older or if you have a medical condition, finding healthcare providers out in those areas can be kind of difficult sometimes. I'm pretty sure Paris has something, but it's not going to be anything like, you know, Dallas or Houston or New York or any major city is going to have outstanding facilities available if you can afford it or you have insurance. Twisty dark whodunit movie. Okay. Nope, don't know it. Eduardo, yeah, that's totally, absolutely. And honestly, 1800, he's probably lucky to find that, depending on what part of New York he's at. More things to pay for, cell phones, cable, internet. That's true, but your phone bill was also significantly more expensive. But yeah, it is true. It is true. I mean, also, people spent a lot more time outside than they do now. A lot more time. Now, like I said, where I'm at in Texas during the summer, I mean, once you are not a kid anymore, it's kind of difficult to spend that much time outside. You kind of have to, like, hide out in air conditioning a lot. I didn't even grow up with air conditioning in New York. I didn't have it in my bedroom. You know, my grandparents' house had it in their bedroom, but I never lived in a house or an apartment with central air until I came to Texas. Have you ever been to Waco? I've been through Waco and we've stopped in there, but I never went to any museums or anything like that. On the way down to Galveston, I've been to Galveston, I don't know, 5 or 6 times, and we've been in Waco, heading that way. We had Nysa and you were streaming at midnight, still 97 out. Yeah, Ed, exactly. It's freaking crazy. A couple of weeks ago, it was already almost 90 here, Ed. It was like 87 degrees, and it's back to being cold again. Tonight it's going to be 48. You know, it's cool. It's not cold, but it was just 78 or something yesterday, so 48 feels pretty cold now. Last Thursday. Yeah, let me take a look. Yeah, so right now it's 44 degrees out. 44, and it's gonna be 82 in 5 days, so that's not too bad, but it just gets kind of schizophrenic. I mean, like I said, we had that one day, it was 35 degrees, and then 3 days later, it was all of a sudden like 85 degrees outside. I'm sweating to death. I feel like I'm dying. You know, your body needs a little time to kind of get over that change, and then a week later it was back in the 30s again. Yeah, Texas, there's no mercy. The weather has no freaking mercy. I am going to take a quick bathroom break. I will be right back. Whoops. You guys couldn't hear me. I've been talking for a minute here, too. Oh, well. But I saw his mustache moving right on. Yeah, I started using the mute button on the computer instead of the flashing red light on the microphone. I should probably use the microphone. So I hope you guys enjoyed the free giveaway that we just did. The value was over $300. Appreciate everyone who participated in that. It's my brush rinser thing, man. It's got the little teeth on the bottom there for getting the paint off the brush. Works really, really well. It's got all these little things to help you like repoint and reshape the brush. Yeah, I like it. What did I win? Tony's Figs, what's up, Tony? Yeah, dude, that thing's sweet. It was like maybe 14 or 15 bucks on Amazon. And as I'm getting it all over myself, look at that. Did I paint it? Yep. It was a freaking critical failure, man. I drop a brush, I paint the wrong spot. All right, good enough. So it also comes with this lid. And the lid's cool because the water doesn't evaporate, but also in the lid, it's a freaking wet palette. So you could put your, if you're mixing paint up, you could put your paint in there, and because it's nice and airtight, it's not going to dry out that quick. So a lot of nice little features. I really like it. Doesn't tip over easy either. Too hard on yourself. Bob Ross said chill out. Yeah. W88, thank you. They're 3D prints. They're just 3D prints, man. FDM printer, not resin. Amazon link. I could do an Amazon link. But I'm not going to do it right this second. Maybe I'll add that on my Instagram. I need to redo my lists for all the gear and stuff. I have idea lists on my Amazon page, but I haven't updated them in a long time, so maybe I'll go ahead and do that. Let me see. Wait, can I... Did you do a video on that brush thing? I did on Amazon. I did, Ed. Yeah, it's like Eduardo. What's up? Thank you, Eduardo, for becoming a channel member. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. Really, really do. But yeah, no, I did do a video on it, Ed. Just a short little clip. I don't know if it's on the listing or not. Amazon's been getting a little... like they pull things off a lot now when other people make videos, so I don't remember if this one was on there. I have to look, but it's definitely on my Amazon page. But there's like, I have like over 500 videos on there now, and it's a lot of scrolling. I'm in. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Oh, what am I going to do? I know I got a note now. Just want a 12-pack of Dr. Pepper? I mean, I bet you it's hard to get Dr. Pepper over there. Eduardo, would they even let you, or they would like confiscate that in customs? All right, screw it. Here, let me get a link. I'll get a link for you guys for that thing real quick. Hold on. The number of freaking items I have ordered from Amazon is like outrageous. There you go, guys. There's a link. And actually, I just checked it. It's actually on sale, lightning deal right now for like $13.90 something for like the next couple hours. So, full disclosure, that is an affiliate link. So, I will get a little bit of credit, tiny commission off of that if you do click that and make a purchase. Label it gamer girl bath water to get it through customs. Up to $1,000 without paying any tax? Okay. It's acrylic paint, Fat Red Foo, or are you talking about the enamel testers? I know we had this conversation. Gray or lawn green, can't decide. Yeah. I mean, it is cheap enough, man. You can get one of each color for each room. If you're that unsure. I went with gray. So, yeah, it would it would keep any paint really from drying that quickly, but water-based paints the most. Another trick is if you were doing this and you really wanted to keep paint in there a long time, like acrylic, you could take like a paper towel and just wet it till it's a little bit damp and then put it in there with the paint and then seal it up. That would probably keep it even longer. Even if you just have like a palette, and this is obviously a coffee can lid, but even this, if this is just laying out and you take a paper towel and dampen it and just lightly place it over that, it'll keep the paint wet way, way longer. Rat Attack Animations, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, I'm surprised you guys never mentioned this before, but now I'm thinking about it. It's usually, I have the camera pointed more this way because I was painting that bigger stone piece. I guess it usually sits off screen, but I use it almost every stream. Got the green. Sweet, Tony. Sweet, sweet. Something else that's really kind of helped too is having I have other spots with the vertical brush holders, but I tended to leave them just sitting in the glass jar face down, and that really, like, the brush kind of gets jacked up a lot quicker. If you leave them drying face up like that, the brush head up, they seem to last longer. So this has been good all around for me. Only 3 brushes of constant use, right? Totally, man. I totally get that. And you wouldn't think it would make that big of a difference, but those ridges on the bottom right there, like, it makes it so easy to get the paint out of a brush. If you're just swirling it around in a, in a jar and then you're having to wipe it, a lot of the paint is still on the brush. But when you run it over those ridges on the bottom, it gets like a lot. Most of the paint comes right off. Very handy. Amazon Prime. Yeah, I love Amazon Prime, dude. I need your advice, people. Well, ask the chat, Rat Attack. People will answer you. I got the blue. There was a blue one? Don't let me buy. I don't need another one. I'm going to go buy another color. I'm good. Used to do that. Yeah. Yep. And the thing is like, Tony, if you get brushes that are decent, like, I love these. They weren't super expensive, but, you know, they're not like the cheapo pack at Walmart or something. I don't remember. It was maybe like 15 or 18 bucks for a pack of these nicer detail brushes. And once you get a brush, they're like, with a little grip, man, these feel freaking great. You don't want to have them go bad that quick if you could help it. Some Winsor Newton. Right on. I'm working on a stop motion short film and I want to do the scenario with cardboard, but I'm not sure how to make the walls removable. With cardboard, I mean, with cardboard, I would probably just do slots. It wouldn't let me get the lightning deal? What? Yeah, sometimes they do that. You're right, Tony, with the colors. Which is ridiculous. They're like, oh, well, this color... I mean, if you're going to put the item on sale, I mean, I guess. I'm just complaining. People like to complain. But yeah, I don't know, Rat Attack. I mean, I would think slots, but you don't want to see the slots. You could use magnets, but cutting magnets out for cardboard might be a little bit more tricky. I built stuff out of cardboard, but nothing with movable parts like that, really. I usually just hot glue everything cardboard together. Hot glue or white glue. Pegs is a good idea too, yeah. Pegs, like using some dowel rods or something, maybe. Gotta go to dreamland, fellas. Alarm goes off in 4 hours. Yeah, man. It's hard when you gotta get up in the morning, so take it easy, Ed. Have a good night. This is a foam-only channel? That's not true. But mostly foam. Yeah, I mean, magnets, you can still cut it out and then hot glue it in there, man. Oh, we stayed straight for a little while. Foam board, bad for the environment, then change it. Okay, well, you can work with any material you want to. I mean, they all work, honestly. Cardboard does tend to be like slots, and like Ed Axion said, you could use pegs. If you wanted to use pegs and you really wanted to make it durable, what I would do is I would get PVC pipe that was the correct thickness to accept the dowel rod, and then hot glue saw, and then hot glue little pieces of PVC pipe around, and then, you know, have the dowel pegs where you could pull things out and set them firmly in there. The cardboard's not really strong enough. If you try to have the dowel rod holding in the cardboard, you know, maybe if it's really light use, it'll hold still, but it'll probably crack and get funky pretty quick. Eduardo, thank you very much, man. Appreciate you becoming a channel member. Go ahead and have a good night. Enjoy that Dr. Pepper if you still have it, but it's probably gone already if I know you. And we'll see you next week, man. Foam forever. Yeah, foam is very useful because you can texture it. So foam is almost like, you know, it's subtractive. You're taking pieces away of it to make it have a texture. With cardboard, you're generally additive, adding layers on. But you can do a lot with cardboard. I've seen some amazing buildings made from cardboard. Absolutely, Rat Attack. I mean, we may not have the answers you're looking for, but you can always ask a question. I'm a minute behind from Amazon shopping. Right on. Bought 5 20 by 30 pieces of foam board to build a photography light box for my diorama. Okay, that's cool. 20 by 30. You're going to make the box 20 by 30, I guess. Or 30 by 30 by 30 by 20. 30 by 30 by 20. I see in the streets. Hey man, yeah, and that's true. Especially like XPS foam gets really pricey in different parts of the world. If it's not something used commonly as insulation for home, then it would be, you know, much more exotic and more difficult to get your hands on. Building materials vary greatly around, depending on what country you're in. Black is looking pretty sharp on there. "20 high, 20 deep, and 24 wide." Okay. Sounds cool. I've discovered I'm a trash basher. Is that because I called you that the other day? Trash bashing? I used to do a fair bit of trash bashing a long time ago. I used to use the pieces to make terrain, so I'd just rip apart toys and whatever. Okay, what else? Should we do this? I'm feeling like a funky color. What do I got? I got red, we got that blue. What's another color? Maybe a green. Maybe a blue. Yes and no. Purple, blue, and gold. I was looking at purple. Purple might be cool. I'm gonna keep the brown cross piece, so it would be purple, brown, and gold. Purple iris or purple pansy. We're gonna go, yeah, we'll do a purple one. Four by 4 holes on either end for the side shots. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. So you're gonna make it to where you don't have like just the front open. You're gonna be able to set the diorama and then have like little portholes around the thing that you can take pictures from. That's interesting. I mean, I've had like a tent before. You know, they sell those, the pop-up kind, and it's all white material, so it gives you a very soft light. Color schemes, you just type in like, you know, color scheme, lo-fi color scheme, or sometimes you could find them on Pinterest. Sometimes you just do it on Google image search. Find all kinds of stuff. Yeah, no, static. That sounds cool, man. Use Google, yeah. Google does a lot. Okay, yeah. That's pretty cheap though, man. $5 for all that foam board? I haven't bought foam board in a while. It's only $1? Gator board. Yeah, I know what you're saying. It's a foam core board. I'm gonna need a tinnitus shot by the time I finish this thing. Yeah, that might happen. What materials are you using? A tetanus shot. What materials are you using down south? Are you trying to use chicken wire? Much thicker mesh. Okay. Either way, yeah, if you're using that metal mesh, any of that stuff will stab the crap out of you. Yeah, man, leave the opening the size of your hand, just big enough for you to stick your hand in there and cut the crap out of yourself. I honestly don't even really like working with metal that much. I always end up having... I don't know, it's alright. Obviously, it's a lot stronger. That's true. Right on, man. I mean, nothing looks like metal. You can get plastic to look metally, but the problem is if you're doing like, you can't get it thin enough to look convincing to scale. Metal is so much stronger; it can be very thin. You can get those like the what do you call that? Like the latch hook, you know, like the sewing, not sewing, but you know what I mean, like the latch hook plastic mesh, and you can spray that with a metallic spray paint. And it'll look pretty good, but they're going to be thicker, chunkier. Statically Animated, you have a good night, man. Thanks for hanging out. Need this old and funky looking, and this is Weatherlunum. Yeah, that's cool, man. I tried to paint my used vape coils to look like canisters. So, did you clean them really good? Fat Red? And yeah, like down south, who is it? Oh, I've heard denatured alcohol will make the metal accept paint better, but I haven't tried since winter. Okay, yeah. My workspace is the laundry room. Hey, look, you gotta do what you gotta do. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, when I used to paint minis in high school, I would just sit on the floor in my bedroom and paint miniatures. I don't even think I used a lamp. It's just the light from the ceiling. Had no problem seeing anything. Back never hurt. Arms never hurt. Legs never fell asleep. I tell you. That's changed. My head is in the way. Yeah, you can tell me that sooner. I did that. I noticed one whole stream that my head was in the way like the entire time and no one said anything to me. I don't mind you saying that. Move this out a little. In my Joe room, I've moved all of my video stuff, cleared my review table, Built a backdrop and covered the walls with plastic tablecloths. That sounds cool. Yeah, I mean, right now I'm in my bedroom. I got rid of my whole entertainment center that I had in my bedroom. The TV is gone. The video game systems are gone. And this whole wall right here is just this 8-foot sheet of plywood that I cut down to, I think it's 32 inches deep. It was like 48 by, it was 4 foot by 8 foot. But I cut it down to like, it's either 30 or 32 inches. And yeah, so. And I have another work. Yeah. That's kind of a problem I have in the background in my dining area too. Is there's a whole big double window right there, and I'm thinking about what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a curtain up, and maybe not even like I might put a curtain up in a crazy spot, like just hanging in the middle of the room, so I can just draw it across when I want to shoot a diorama. Because that's where I'm building that that valley with the cave. It's too big to fit in here easily. That thing looks huge and amazing. Thank you. Yeah, I did some more work on it today. It's pretty big. It's pretty big. I don't even know off the top of my head what the measurements are, but it's something like I don't know, maybe like 24 by 30 something or 40 something. It's pretty large. You can see it now, huh? Oh, some Earl Grey. What time is it? 12:35. I don't want to drink it now, though. I didn't have any tonight. I was ready to go, and I didn't even make it. Look, I had the T-cam ready to go. I was going to bring back the OG T-cam. Maybe next time. You know what I need to get? I need to get some decaf tea. So if I don't drink it till a little later, I'll have some decaf. I've never had decaf Earl Grey, but I'll try it. That's a pretty dark purple I picked there. You could barely tell it's even purple, but I don't know, it's kind of nice, subdued. I organized all my paints, so I categorized them all by color, which is making life so much nicer. I've needed to do that for months. What do you guys think on this barrel? Should we be funky and do copper rivets, or should we do silver? Hold up, I know. We're gonna do a poll. I said bolts. It's probably really nails. I don't know what the heck they are, but you get the point. There's some silver. That's a little bit different color scheme. So copper or silver, you guys will let me know. I'll check the poll here in a minute. Straight up Donkey Kong. Yeah, man. It's cool. Who doesn't like Donkey Kong? All right, let's see. What do we got in the poll here? What's the poll doing? 71 silver. 71% silver, huh? I thought copper might be funky, but we're gonna go with silver. Sometimes we just gotta give the people what they want. All right. Ending the, well, you know, I'll leave the poll up there. 5 non-voters. Yeah, that's cool. They might be sleeping, man. It's very easy to do. It's kind of late. Am I back to getting my head in the way? There we go. Well, silver's a classic. It looks good for sure. Very cool. And I was always being lazy, not wanting to paint that band black, so I just kind of went with the brown underpainting, which is okay, but that black definitely makes it pop out a lot more with the silver. Rivets? Yeah, I don't know if they were actually rivets back then, though, man. Maybe. Nope, your head is not in the way. Not this time. Yes, I have watched all 3 episodes of Shogun, and it's, in my opinion, freaking awesome. I'm enjoying it a lot. I'm really, like, dying for the 4th episode now, and it's kind of killing me that they didn't release them all, a few more together. But yeah, it's really, really fun, and it's making me want to potentially read that book. Keg tapper? Yeah. Real pirate doesn't need that, man. Just drink it straight out of the barrel. Read the book twice. Cool. So, you know, like anything, once you read the book, you have expectations, and watching the show may or may not meet those expectations that you had from the book. But as someone who didn't know anything about it, never watched any of the other versions, has never read the book, I'm enjoying it a lot. No, I don't have a copy of the book. Okay, let's get... Maybe. Yeah, that right. Let me, that's cool. They're both, it's paperback, I'm assuming? I don't know how soon I'm going to read it, though, because I'm kind of already committed to read some other stuff. But... yeah, I mean, if you like, take a picture and show me what you got on IG. I'll check it out later. Alright, that's kinda cool. Got the little gold. I love these metallic pens. They're just freaking so easy. And they give a really nice shiny metallic finish. Okay, man. Yeah, that sounds good. Thank you. Let's see. 224. Wow. See? This stream went pretty quick, actually, for me. That was not too bad. Do I want to paint another barrel? I mean, I could. So yeah, okay, yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up. So tonight so far, we painted this little barrel, we did the chest, and this let's take a look. It's pretty good. There's still some spots. So that's after 2 coats. It still kind of has some not great spots. So this is going to take a 3rd coat to kind of get it super, super even. Although we probably don't need that because I'm going to do a wash on it and it would cover some of that. But I'm going to do a 3rd coat on it anyway. And then I might do some dry brushing before the wash. And then maybe even some more dry brushing after the wash. But that's what we got so far tonight. We've been going for 2 hours and 26 minutes. It is right now 12:48 a.m. here in Texas. I hope everyone has a fantastic week. Thank you everyone for hanging out. I greatly appreciate everyone for coming by, as well as all of our channel members. Thank you very much, guys. Shout out to Eduardo for becoming a channel member. I greatly appreciate that as well. And hope to see everyone again next week. Everyone have a fantastic weekend. Take care. Come on, end. Go ahead. End. Are we over? Is it done?